anyways, so I guess to start off today, I wanted to say a bit of like, not to make this weird, but a bit of a thank you to you.
Okay. You're welcome. You're super
you
welcome.
don't know what I'm gonna say yet.
Yeah.
And the reason is because it was actually in 2022. I was starting to think about opening a company, and I find when you open a company, there's so much noise about what you're gonna do, and we're actually making a film about that. And if you could put all of that noise on a spectrum, most people are down here, and that spectrum is don't do it, you're an idiot, you're gonna fail, you're gonna lose money, blah blah blah. Then like I had some people, I think I would say probably 95% of people are here. There's only 2 people that were really over here. So there's my dad who's here.
Okay.
My dad was like, okay, you can open a company, but I think it's more just my dad's like, it sounds fun. Like my dad's like that kind of guy, and I love him for that. And then there's you.
It's Father's Day today.
Oh, yeah, okay. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Oh, okay.
But no, because it's not Father's Day in Canada, in America yet, so yeah, so I still have time. And then you are all the way over here. And then that was like, I remember, and I feel it's the same now. You're like, what are you doing? You do it like right now. You do it right away. And I still remember to this day, you said to me, when I started my first company, I took out loans on my credit card, or I had debt on my credit card to start a business. And I was thinking to myself, like, shit, is this what most people do? Like, is this what I'm supposed to do? And then, to be honest, I didn't take your advice entirely. I went in the middle. I decided to at least give myself some time to prepare. And to be quite frank, I think what that was for me was right. But at the same time, I'm still saying thank you to you today, because if you don't have that sound there, if you don't have that person saying that, I might end up somewhere over here on that spectrum. So that's the main thing. And I wanted to hear what your thoughts are about that now.
I think it's good. So first of all, thank you for listening to my ideas. I always encourage people to start their own business because I got a lot from my early decisions to start my own company. Because, okay, back then the whole world was against me. Nobody was with me. Everybody says that don't do that. It's dangerous. Especially think about this. I was from a very, very ordinary, even before ordinary family. So they want you to be safe. They don't want you to cross a line. They don't want you to start your own business. Days before my graduation from the college, they say, okay, we can find you a job in not the government, it's just like in some institutions. And you can work there for the rest of your life. I said, no, I want to find my own career. And they say, you're crazy. What can you do in Beijing? I'm from Fuzhou. It's a small town. It's a small city. It's never the tier 1 cities in China. So my family was all against me for so many years. But thank God I stayed the course. I think it's okay. I can always find a job. Okay, here's the thing. I've always been self-confident. I think I can always find a job somewhere. So this whole idea was kind of my safe net. The sky won't fall. You can always find a job. Then start your own business and do whatever you want. Maybe you will fail, but it's okay. You can just find a job.
Well, that's one thing I wanted to ask, because I think one thing I hate probably the most after starting a business, there's always that guy that's sitting in his comfy desk job and it says to me, oh, you're so brave, And I don't like that, because I don't like the idea of building up to a job, like that you're building up the courage. I feel you and I are the exact same in that way. It's you're building down. It's like, if I don't do this, I will die. Like, if I don't do this, I don't care at all. Like, I know I have to do it, and I'm not going to die, so that's why I'm going to do it. You see what I mean? It's like a different trajectory. Most people think it's building up this way. I think you have to build down to it. You have to do it to a place where you have nothing else to do. There's nothing else to risk. You just do it.
Well, my theory behind this is that when I started my own company to do the app, to do all the photography, photo and video apps, was all because that I think I can do better.
Okay.
I think I can do better. So I need my own company to do this.
But in that case, you wanted to do better. What was the chance if you didn't do it? What would happen? Did you have anything to fall back on? Like, what was the pros and cons at that point?
If I don't do that, I will regret for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
At least I need to try. And I think I can success. But actually, we started a company. I started my own company. In the first 2 or 3 years, I didn't get a pretty success as I expected, because you will get lost. There's one thing which is pretty different between me and you. You didn't raise money from other parties, right?
No.
Okay. You want to do an internet business, you want to do the app development business, and you don't have enough money, you need to raise money from the capitals. So I did this. Then you get lost, because all the venture capitals, they want you to fulfill their dreams. So you got lost. You want to mix your dream and their dreams and please everybody.
Okay.
In your situation, you can only please your dream.
Yeah.
You can only fulfill your purposes. But if you raise money, you need to listen to the capitals. You cannot be independent anymore. So you mix everybody's dreams and try to make everybody happy. And it got twisted.
But then by saying that, it sounds like the biggest worry of yours isn't even starting at all. That's not a worry at all. The worry is it getting complicated.
It get complicated.
Yeah.
But in the third year, before I gave up, there was a month I don't talk to them anymore. I said, just leave me. I've tried enough for your purposes. Now I will try my original idea, which got pretty successful. I'm not saying that at the very beginning I should not listen to them at all, because it's the first time you raise money from someone, and it's a lot of money. So the option one, the plan A was to listen to them, was to please them and please myself, and everybody's happy. That's the happy ending of a startup. But then in the third year, I couldn't do that anymore. I said, it's a dead end. And we are burning money. We are not making enough money to make the profit number a positive number. And now it's time for me to stop trying mediocre ideas that makes everybody's dreams. Now I will do original, crazy ideas that I cannot persuade you at this moment. But at least, again, I need to try my crazy ideas. And then I did it.
What was that specific crazy
It's
idea?
NOMO.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's NOMO. Because to the capital's ideas, like for internet business, you need to burn money and get a lot of users. And they can use your product for free. NOMO was kind of against all the ideas. It's like, you need to pay for my product. I'm not pursuing for 1 million users. I'm pursuing for, at the very beginning, I'm pursuing for like 100,000 paid users, which can appreciate this crazy good product. But then you will figure out it's not a bad idea. It's definitely better than a dead company which cannot pursue the 100 million free users. Because till today, you only have one TikTok. But you have a lot of companies who's thriving on the freemium economic business model. So it's an easier way to achieve success that can please yourself.
But so then I would return back to our original question about when you started NOMO and when you wanted to do the freemium way of doing it or having a paid subscription, did you feel at any point that this is a good idea and this will definitely succeed? Was there any questioning yourself at that time, or did you question yourself so you compromised and then started working with outside capital?
Well, at the very beginning, we have two test groups. It was a prototype, and we just invited 10 male users and 10 female users. We asked them to try that. There was a day we released the version, and the 10 male users asked me, "Are you crazy? Why are you doing this? It's hard to use." And the female users 100% said that it's pretty interesting. It's what I want to play with. This is what we like. It's totally different ideas. All the divided opinions made me think that, okay, I'm gonna make it.
Okay.
So that's a pretty interesting point. And then we released it, and it exploded. Okay, people ask me, like, how could you say it exploded? I said, when it exploded, you know it exploded. It got viral. So, yeah, it happened.
But that's what I mean is that on a scale of 1 to 100, or like out of a percentage, how much of what you do is based off of your speaking to other people and stuff, and how much do you do is just based off of your intuition? Because that kind of returns back to my point when we talked at the very beginning, is that I felt that I didn't listen to you because I feel that you're the guy that does things on your intuition and does things that you really believe in, where I am balanced, but I am leaning more towards you. And I think the more I do it, the more I lean towards you.
I think it's 20% I listen to other people's ideas. 80% are from myself. So basically, you need to listen to yourself. You cannot get lost again, like among all other people's ideas.
Is there a specific feeling that you can feel in your gut? Like you might not even explain it, but when you know that, okay, this is right?
Yes, there's a point. It takes time. It takes time for yourself to have good judgment. You can be true to yourself. It's really hard. It's really hard. It takes time because sometimes I said that for 2 years I got lost. But when you are lost, you don't know you are lost. You think, this idea, it's a balanced idea. But after 2 years, you know there's no balanced idea. There's only good ideas and bad ideas. So you need to train yourself to listen to your real ideas and be true to yourself. You can tell it's bad.
How did you train yourself to do that?
By failing. Because like if you fail enough, you know it's bullshit. It's bullshit. But okay, before you fail enough, you will always try to figure out the good side of some bad ideas. You say, it's good. Maybe it's good. Maybe I just didn't get the good part of it. After failing enough, you know it's bad. No matter how many times you think about the bad ideas, it's still bad. It's bullshit. It's never going to work.
Okay.
Because you made something which are never going to work in the market.
Okay.
You got your instinct.
When you talk to someone about, like for example, for me, I feel one thing I appreciated and one thing I was thankful for, and I even talked about it with a friend earlier, and I think that's why a lot of people like you as a reviewer and you as an influencer in general, is that I knew even if I wanted to hear it, if I didn't want to hear it, you were telling me what you were honestly thinking. And I even said to myself, what you're thinking might not be what's best for me, and I have to be the one that decides, but I know that you're actually telling me what you want, and I know that you're not going to tell me don't do it because of some other idea. Like, because I found a lot of people were telling me not to do it because of their own experiences, because they did it, they failed, or they were bringing in their own emotions into it. And then other people, like the people I say that just say like, oh, that's so brave, it's because they don't care. Where I felt like not necessarily you cared about me, Steven, doing this thing, but you care about an entrepreneur doing this.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's different because I know you. When I gave the ideas to you, when I gave my advices to you, I've known you for a while. I've known what kind of people you are, and I read people faster than others because I've interviewed. Okay, in my career, I think I've interviewed at least 500 people, more than that maybe, because I've read a lot of people. So I know you, so I gave all my ideas to you, and I think that's right. But for other people, so maybe I would not encourage them to start their own business because because they are not good entrepreneurs.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you learn things fast. You are willing to do things. There are some people. Okay, I know a lot of people who are good at talking about the fancy things, talking about how to start a business, talking about how to make good products, but they don't do things. They talk. I don't like this kind of people. If you want them to do something trivial, something small, they don't even want to do, or they cannot do it better. But you've done the Xiaomi Studio pretty well, and you've done a lot of things behind it. You are willing to try. I still remember I asked you a question, what's the cost of starting a business yourself? And I calculated, I think the cost is fine. And you are still young. You were still young, and you are now still young, so you can try it. But if I just turned 40 this year. For some people, 40 is already too old for them to start a business, but I think 40 is still a good age to start a new business. I can start maybe 2 companies. But I think you can afford all the cost of failure. So you need to try.
Okay.
You need to try at least once in your entire life, if you can afford the cost. For some people, they cannot afford it. They think, okay, if they fail for once, they will get crazy. They will get some mental collapse. So you don't go to try that. For you, you are mentally healthy, healthier
sure?
than most people. I think so. So you need to try that.
Well, that might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you. I'm a little, I don't know what to say. No,
Yeah, for some people, they are just cowards.
I mean, well, that's the one thing is I feel the same way because now that I start a business and I think it's going okay. It's like, obviously it could always be better, but it could definitely be a lot worse, which I see. And the thing I hate is that everyone says to me like, oh, I always knew you could do it, or oh yeah, it's blah, blah. And there's a quote, I don't know, do you watch the show Succession?
Yes, I love it.
I love Succession.
I love it.
I've watched it 5 times, front to back. I'm watching it again right now.
It's got 5 seasons.
I've watched all 5 seasons 5 times through. That's how much I love it. So in the very
You are brave. Okay. No, you are brave.
In the very first episode, Logan says something. He says that everyone thinks it's so simple once you've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like.
So that's the best quote for you from that series.
No, there's so many. My favorite is you can't make a Tomley without breaking a few Gregs.
Yeah, okay. I think the best quote for me is that if you've got $5 million, you are the poorest rich people in Manhattan.
You know, I was about to say that when we were talking about.
It's in the final season, right?
No, it's in the 3rd season because Greg is getting his inheritance from his grandpa.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, well, when we were talking about like how much money you think we should retire, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and
that's quite a good quote.
Yeah.
And that's a very good number, 5 million. Yeah.
So I think we have to double that. That's why I said 10 million. But I mean, like the thing I love about, and that's why I watch the show so much, is because I find the character starting a business. It's like Logan, obviously, it's a character, it's fictitious world. But the thing I like is that it really is about being a killer, and being a killer is not being a terrible person. It's just being driven, and it's being serious, and it's not being not serious. And
it's about being tough.
Yeah, about being tough. And that's one of my other favorite quotes in the series. They say it a few times, but Logan says it in the 4th season, "You are not serious people." And in the very last episode, what's his name? I forgot the guy's name, the brother, Roman.
Oh, yeah.
He says, "We are bullshit." And he says, "We are bullshit." That's all he keeps saying. He just says, "We are bullshit." And I feel that's the thing, is that I look at it as like not, can you do this? Do you have the ability? It's, are you bullshit? Are you not bullshit? Are you serious? Are you not serious? And like, there's people that will come up to me and say, I want to work with you. I want to do this. Well, we should do this business. We should do that business. And I feel like when you have that killer instinct, or when you have that mindset, you can see through that bullshit, and you can see through that. And I'm not perfect at it. Like, I probably could still get tricked by now, but you know what I mean? I feel that's one important part about entrepreneurship.
I think being tough, okay, let's define being tough. I think Rogan is a tough character in that show. And he's the only smart character in that show, I think. Only one?
But that's all the other characters are bullshit.
All the other characters are jokes in that show, right? I think he's tough. Being tough is hard. Being tough is that you don't please other people's ideas. You see through things and see into the core. And you can make quick judgments. You can tell the truth to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you don't say, well, it's interesting. You say, it's bullshit. Don't bring these ideas to me anymore. This is what Rogan do. This is why he can make high efficiency. That's important as a businessman. You don't have time to say it's interesting. It's no time for you to be nice to everyone. You cannot please everyone. You need to make quick decisions. Don't bullshit to me.
But that's one thing I do want to ask you, because I've seen you in action. Like, I remember when we tried out the Li Auto, and like, one thing that it really made me admire you that day, because I feel I'm one of those guys that I don't like bullshit, but I also try to find a nice way to tell someone something. And you were being polite, like it wasn't rude or anything, but you were just diving straight into their UI and just telling them directly. And I was like, that is efficient. I get what you mean.
Yeah, because to them, it's also efficient because it saves time. Because we only had one day during that taste drive event. You need other people to get your point. If you say, like, if you use a diplomatic way to tell the truth, it's really hard for them to absorb. Like, you will say nine really like praising sentences with one tough truth for them to take. It takes a lot of time. And I need to go there, I need to test it, and I need to give my feedback, and I need to take my own video. I don't have so much time. I need to get back to my office after the sunset. So, and this is also why I make so many friends in the industry, no matter in tech industry or in the auto industry, because people appreciate that. And if there are some people who don't appreciate this way of communication, this high efficiency of communication, they don't deserve to be your friends. Because they are weak.
And I think that's like going back to being tough, right?
Yeah.
It's not about...
Okay, being tough is not being mean.
Yeah.
As you said, I was pretty polite. I was politely saying some tough truths. Being polite. And you can also be tough. Rogan in that show was mean.
Yeah.
Was rude. You don't have to be mean or rude to be tough. It's three different things. Being mean is like looking at the bad parts of everything. Being rude is like saying every good things in the bad ways. But being tough is respecting the truth, even though it's ugly. It's about being tough.
So then this is a follow-up question I have to this, because I had a conversation about this with someone recently, and I asked her, do you think everyone likes you? And she says yes. And then the second question I had for her is, do you think that's important? And she said yes. And I've always felt, I said to her that I know one guy, he's the nicest guy in the world. All he does is try to make people feel good and feel happy. I've never met anyone that people hate so much. And that's what I mean, is like, I think that when you make this KPI, when you make the focus about people liking you or how you treat people, it will create worse animosity. And I think that's one thing about you, is that it's not about you like trying to make people good or bad, and you're right, it's like not about being mean at all, but it's about the results, right? It's about what you get.
It's about the results. Like you can please people all day long, but you will not be his best friend. Think about this. If you have a lot of successful friends, every single day, there are a lot of people pleasing them, saying good shit about them. But they want some inspirations from their best friends. They don't want any more bullshit anymore. This is how their friends can contribute to them, to their business, to their ongoing success. You are not contributing to them by saying good things about them, how successful you are, how brave you are. You need to point out the things, the bad things, the problems, and give them the solutions. Give them other perspectives to understand the world, and they can really appreciate that. Even though you are not as successful as them, but you give them some truth. You give them some real ideas.
But then I guess this is a good question to kind of sum up this part, is that day when you gave me that advice, what if I thought that you were just being an asshole? And I said that, like Flypig.
It's okay. It's definitely okay. I don't care what you think. My duty, you called me, then my responsibility was to give you what I think. You think it's bullshit, it's okay. Because I told my colleagues, actually technically my employers, that you can badmouth about me. That's totally okay. If I'm your boss, you badmouth about me, it's totally okay. It's what you do. But first of all, when you have meeting with me, be polite. Don't badmouth about me in front of me. Secondly, you can fight with me, but you should have some good arguments about the problem. Because the goal of the business is to solve the problem and go forward. So how you think about me is the most not important thing on this planet.
Okay.